Hey guys, hope we're all well. We got Powercruise 93 coming up on this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Unsure at the moment if I'm actually going to go. There's a few things that's starting to bug me about Powercruise. Just the lack of not getting Arrow Power stickers when I've got a very competitive car. Okay, my car, I choose to keep it fairly stock looking, so maybe that's an issue. I know in the past people have gotten Arrow Power stickers with things on the bonnet or out the bonnet to make it look tougher than it is, and that's fine. It is what it is. Obviously it's up to the discretion of the scrutineers and so on and so forth, so that's all well and good. It's not the biggest deal ever. I also tried to get into the 20th anniversary 50,000 horsepower plus cars cruise. Didn't get in that through some fault of my own. I sent the email, but the pictures didn't come through. 4 days later, I get told that. So I resent them off my phone, and I also set up another email and sent them again. Didn't hear back from there. So that was kind of a kick in the teeth. It is what it is. Like, shit happens. It's not the end of the world. I did put a post on Facebook saying I'm not too sure if I'll go to any more power cruises. It is getting to the stage where there are other options, so the event isn't as needed as it once was for certain people and certain cars, and that's fine. That's just a natural evolution of the car scene. Like, not taking anything away from Powercruise, like it's the only thing we had for a very, very long time, and I do love it, but it does come with some anxiety, obviously, when you're taking a tough car out there and you're running amok, you're pushing it to the limits, like issues with the car itself, cost of getting it there, potential accidents, so on and so forth. There's a million different things. Even just dealing with all the people you got to deal with does also take its toll. Like, it's great, don't get me wrong, but it can take its toll. So this is just a little video to give people an idea of what it can be like. So I have done some maintenance on the car. It needed a new battery and a new starter motor. So my mate Dan came over and we did that on the weekend, which doesn't sound like a big job, but obviously turbo LSs, they my starter motor's still in the factory LS position, so it's tight down there. So it's fun to get it in and out with crossovers and so on and so forth, as I showed in my little short the other day. But yeah, so I still need to do an oil change, obviously. Did trans fluid not that long ago, so that'll be mint. A couple other little things. The car's also, it's done 6,500 Ks since its last bit of engine maintenance. So I'm using a little bit of oil, which, once again, when you thrash these things, that's kind of to be expected. And I'm probably due, the next time it comes out, I'm going to put rods and pistons in it. These rods and pistons have done 30,000 Ks maybe, and a lot of hard driving. So it's probably going to need like a little bit of a bore and a better set of rods and pistons, and then we might wind it up a little bit more. See how we go, but everything else seems fine at the moment. The car needs some maintenance as well. Like, it's got a bit of rust coming out, obviously. The damage to the doors and that, which there's some doors getting sorted for at the moment. But the car does need some love, so I think, I'm still tossing up, but I think I'll probably go to Powercruise Friday and maybe Sunday. I don't have a pit entry this time. I just can't afford it. Like, with all the other events that are going on, by the time you buy entry and a pit, you're looking at, anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500, and then, it's all the extra fuel and everything you use on top of that. So it can easily blow out to like a $2,000 to $3,000 weekend, and unfortunately my budget doesn't allow that at the moment. So if I do go, I'll be lining up with everybody else, which will be fine. Might get some interviews and stuff through there if I can. Go the Friday, enjoy that. It's usually a little bit quieter. Saturday's always insane. I'll probably still go out for a look on Saturday, but might just leave the car at home or just cruise it out and just leave it parked up. We'll see how we go, and then Sunday I might go out and enter the events and see how we go with that. So I just thought I'd give you all a rundown on where I'm at and what it's actually like to get ready for a power cruise. Like, it's not just rocking up, sending your car and going for it like a lot of people might think. There is a lot involved. So we'll go and have a look at the car and go from there. Thanks, guys. So guys, here she is in all her glory. You've probably seen a million videos and walk-arounds and so on and so forth, but I'll just give you another rundown. So at the moment, the Heroes copped a flogging the last time I was out. So they seem to still work pretty well when they're low, but they might meet their match on the weekend, so I might be up for some new tyres as well for the weekend. I do have a mate that's got some PSRs I can steal, so that's a backup. There's the damage to the door still. Got to do it. There's the rust coming out, which is very, very nasty. I'm also contemplating painting on my chrome black. My mate gave me the idea of just putting sticky tape or tape over it just to get an idea of it. I'm still in two minds over it. Let me know what you guys think. I've got to do brake pads. Waiting for them. They've been at a depot in the Gold Coast here for 5 days waiting for delivery, which is pretty much the state of our delivery system at the moment. So as I said, the H is going through a bit of oil. I took out the catch can the other day just to double check, make sure it wasn't filling up, because I'm not really sure where the oil's going. I do get a little bit out on the belly plate because it's just a standard belly plate, and it weeps through there a fair bit. I will put a billet one on at some stage, but you know, once again, it's all money. Need to bleed the brakes. As I said, we put a new starter motor in, which was a pain to get to with the crossover and the rack and so on and so forth. But she's a nice shiny one that works real well. New battery, so it's firing over really good. I need a new indicator, which I've got inside. So, you know, it's only little stuff I've got to do if I do go. But, you know, it all adds up. And Jobs doesn't want me to go because she's sick of me not being here on the weekends. Hey, Papa. She's pretty happy if she's got something to munch on though. So, yeah, as you can see, there's rust coming out in the door over here as well. So I've got to source a couple of doors for this side because this one's fucked. It's full of bog. Bit of rust coming out in this one as well. But she does sit out in the weather. So, you know, it is what it is. This paint job's actually lasted really well. I think it's been on the car for 6 years. It was a $2,200 respray. You know, fixed a few dents and stuff like that back then, but it is, you know, it's coming to the end of its shelf life, really. But she still looks good for now. We'll go to holiday and a freshen up and birthday very soon. Got my eyes on a different set of front wheels as well, because I'm over that, but once again, just got to have the money to do it. For people who aren't aware, give you another rundown. It's a 434 stroked LSX. Used to be an Aspo engine. It's been around for a long time. It's been in the car for probably 5 or 6 years. It was Aspo with a bit of nitrous, and then obviously we turboed it. We went to I think I had a 47 on it, had 6 litre heads. Then we went to the GDX 50, and when I trashed the gearbox, we put a new gearbox in it. I trashed that one, put a new got it freshened up, new billet converter. That really made a difference with the car. It's so much faster with that setup. We put LS7 heads on it with Sean's sheet metal manifold, the GDX Gen 250. So she's currently making just over 1200 horsepower on 22 pound. But yeah, certainly looking to wind it up soon. I'm kind of out of intercooler as well. So because I wanted to keep everything fairly, fairly subtle, like no big intercooler cracking down the bottom there or anything like that, you can kind of just see it ticking underneath, which is what I like. But it's only a 540 by 450 by 76 mil plasma man, and I think it was rated to 1200 horsepower, and the intake temps are still fine at this point, but to push it any more, I've got nitrous and that's been in here for years, but it's never really been hooked up, not since it's been turboed anyway. It's got a plate there. So the thought is to run water methanol through there and maybe nitrous at some stage. So I kind of want to just make that 1000 kilowatt mark at some stage. Like, it's not really that important to me, but as anyone knows, as you push them and as you go, you just keep changing the goalposts. Once you hit that level, you just want to take it to the next level. At the moment, at 1200 horsepower, it's fucking fast. It's crazy. It's good fun. It's still a streeter, as people sometimes don't realise. Like, this is not caged. It's pretty sketchy at full speed. So that's another thing that has to happen at some stage. Get it caged, get it teched, go racing properly. But for now, we just do what we can do, and I love getting it out on the street. You having fun there, Jobs? So there's just little things, man. Like, I lost a center cap. It's only $40 to buy a new one, but it's all this stuff just adds up. Like, I know some people have bigger budgets, they can afford to just go for it. Like, I don't really like to work that much, so I'm not. It's my lifestyle, it's my choice, so I just tick away at this when I can and enjoy it when I can. If it means I've got to miss out on an event here and there, then so be it. That's life. Life's not all about cars, although sometimes it feels like it is. But you got to find that balance. So I think that's about it, guys. So at this stage, I'm kind of 50-50 on going Friday and Sunday. Let me know your thoughts, what you reckon, and any feedback on things like, should I go black trim? So that would include obviously door handles, everything chrome that you can see. I'm going to go black. So your bumpers, your chrome around the lights and the grille. I don't know. I just, once again, going in a car for long enough, you want to change it up a little bit. Let me know what you think, guys, and we'll go from there. If not, we might see you out at Powercruise. Come and say hello. look, if I am busy and I'm a little bit short, just you know, give me a little bit of lenience. As I said, there is stress involved in events. If I'm out there and I'm just filming for the channel, come and say hello and we'll have a chat and go from there. Just introduce yourself. Like, I got a terrible memory when it comes to people, so even if I've met you before, sometimes I just forget faces and names and so on and so forth. So I'm not being arrogant, I'm just forgetful. I hope people realise that. But yeah, thanks for watching the channel, guys. And as always, you know, like, it goes a long way if you like and subscribe and share it around. You know, I'm a pretty open guy, that's why I share this sort of information. A lot of people don't, you know, they keep it close to their chest. And look, once again, each to their own. There's no right or wrong way to do these things, just do it your own way, and as long as you're happy, go for it. Hopefully the weather's good for next weekend and everyone has a good time. That's what it's all about. And by no means am I having a go at GUP or Powercruise or anything like that. Like, as I said earlier, it's the only event we've had for a long time. 20 years of an event is out of control. Like, and it's such a good event, don't get me wrong. It's just budget-wise, I need to do things smart. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching again. Enjoy yourselves, and we'll see you out there.